Ndị Igbo ekene m unu. Asị m ka nke echikwelu ya zelu. Anyị si ndụ mmiri ndụ azụ. Mmiri atara m azụ anwụra. Asị ọ dịrị mma na eke, dịrị mma na orie, dịkwazara mma na afọ, dịkwazara mma na nkwọ. Ụzọ ahịa anọ nke ndị Igbo ji biri. Asị na ya dịra n'Igbo na mma o. Ise ise ise. Dịka o si dị ka agbapụ na ya ọsọ igosi na ya bụ ife anyị ji maka ya wee bịa. Mana tupu anyị aga n'iru igosi na ya bụ ife, ọ bụla nke a bụ ụbọchị izu gị, ị na-ejete afụ chanel anyị n'Igbo akwụkwọ ka barụ ka ị like and subscribe ọ. Tinyekwa kọmentị, share ekwe ya, tụsa ya bụ ozi ka ụmụnne anyị dị nọ ebe dị iche iche wee nụ ya bụ ife na-eme n'obodo a. Dịka o si dị, ihe wetara unu tata bụ nnukwu ọpdeti dị oke mkpa. Mma nchọ ka onye ọbụla misie ya. Mma nchọ ka ị ga-ya bụ ife, ị ga-esi ya bụ ife wetara unu kpasịta maka ya bụ ife na-eme n'obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya. And were ndị Igbo na-azọ drọpụra ya ọnụ kọmentị n'ihe a nwanne anyị nwoke kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ dị oke mkpa ka anyị mara ife iche n'ụdị nke gị. All right, over to you, sir.
Hello, everyone. It seems as if they don't blame Igbo or blame Peter Obi in this country, nothing ever gets well for them, or they don't feel good. They need to always have something that they can blame either the Igbo people, they can blame Peter Obi, and blah, 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 blah. Nigerians say they are doing protests. And from the little I have seen, I've not seen much, I've seen little, because I've really not been online in the last few weeks. Oh, that I've not really been feeling fine. I've really not been online. I'm sure in the last like 15 days, I was completely, for like, is it 15 or 12 days, I was completely offline, didn't know what was happening. But the little I've seen the protests that have been going on. People who have said they want to protest is mainly coming from the northern part of the country. A lot of people from the northern, fellow citizens from the northern part of the country are saying they want to protest because of the things that are happening in Nigeria, the hardship, the whatever. Me, I'm there just generally looking at like, the protest that they insulted me for, they say protest was haram, I'm not a Muslim, I'm not a good Muslim, I should do this, I should remove my hijab, I should leave Islam, blah, 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 because I was saying that people should stand up for their rights and protest. So now I'm seeing that they are saying, be I say protest is no longer haram. So I'm like, I'm just watching. Then but the main thing, and there have been a different cause. How all of a sudden, they are now saying that, oh, it's Peter Obi that is planning protests, it's Igbo people that are planning protests, it's IPOB that are planning protests. I'm like, how? Because everything in Nigeria is that whatever it is that is going wrong, the easiest thing to do is always to blame the Igbo people. I mean, Igbo people are sort of like, there's an English word they have for something like that. I can't remember what the word is right now, that everybody, so you want to look for something that you will blame. It's Igbo people, it's Igbo people. I don't even understand the craziness and the nonsense that goes on. But anyway, before I go on too much, let me look for someone who causes, I don't even know what job does that Bayo Onanuga. I know he has one appointment with Tinubu's illegitimate government, but whatever it is directly, I can't even, let me see, did he even write it on his bio? I know, what is this? Okay, special advisor, information and strategy to Tinubu. Hey, when I see people selling their souls for things like a special advisor to PA to bikini senior special advisor. Okay, in some cases, it's not even senior special advisor. Let me go and check. It's just special advisor, because there is also senior special advisor and all of that. People just debasing themselves, selling themselves, turning themselves to all sorts of all manner of things. But anyway, this is what he had to say. It's a long read, so I'm going to try and go through it and read it. He said, revealed, Peter Obi's supporters are the people planning mayhem in Nigeria. Obi should be held responsible for anarchy. So he has already concluded that there's going to be mayhem, right? So he knows something that I'm sure these people who are planning the protest do not know about. So and it's already asking that, Peter Obi should be held responsible. You hear that dog bark? Anytime I'm doing video, that dog is always barking. That dog. Anyway, back to my video. Igbo people don't suffer for Nigeria. They said they wanted to go. They will say what? They said they wanted to go. You people say no, you don't want them to go. You ended up killing their people. You ended up doing all sorts of things. For me, that hunger, that using food to starve people is the most heinous thing anyone can do. And you came back. You literally took away everything. Gave them, is it 20 pounds or whatever per family or whatever. They grew. Half a century, they took it, they grew, they bounced back, they didn't complain, they continued. Yet, you don't want to let them be. If you don't want something, let them go now. We shall be saying any small thing. Anyway, let me come back. He said, don't be fooled. The malcontents planning to stage nationwide protests are supporters of Peter Obi, the failed presidential candidate of the Labour Party, according to him. And he should be held responsible for whatever crisis emanates from the action. The protest planners are also the same people who were instigated by IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu to launch the destructive EndSARS protest in Nigeria in October 2020. And what is very ironic about this whole thing was that in that same October 2020, this same Onanuga had done a tweet where he was saying, he was talking about the fact that the Nigerian government was, trying to work with the EndSARS, but they also remember that police brutality, police extrajudiciary killings was what led to Boko Haram, the killing of the leader of Boko Haram that we are still suffering from. So all of a sudden now, it's Nnamdi Kanu that instigated the EndSARS protest. You see how they change history to suit them. What he said in October 2020 was different. What he's saying in July 2024 totally different. Just because to be able to get those basic special assistant job. Special assistant job, not job. Lord have mercy. The protesters planners are also the same people who were instigated by IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu to launch the destructive EndSARS protest in Nigeria in October 2020. EndSARS began as a genuine protest by youth against the police special anti-robbery squad, notorious for its high-handedness. IPOB members planning to extricate the southeast region from the Nigeria infiltrated the protest and hijacked it for their own agenda. Lagos still bears the scars of the malicious destruction by IPOB elements up till date. This is what they're saying. How did IPOB enter EndSARS? EndSARS was Nigerian youth, tired of Nigerian killing, happened across the country before they started using this thing to divide and started telling the northern youth that, they shouldn't be part of it and all of that. So how in whatever name is EndSARS now being made to look like an IPOB thing, an Igbo thing, or whatever thing that it is that these people, it's just all sorts of craziness. Anyway, 2 years after EndSARS, the IPOB and the gullible innocents joined the Labour Party in 2022 to support Peter Obi, a sympathizer of their cause. The same IPOB people that don't do election, that ask people to stay at home. They are the people spreading the hashtag #EndBadGovernance, Tinubu must go, and Revolution 2024. They are not Democrats, but anarchists. They are attempting to call out our people via propaganda because their messiah, Peter Obi, failed to win the presidency of the 2023 election. So I want to ask, is it also this their messiah, Peter Obi, that has led to Tinubu being such a failure that even to find the word that qualifies a failure, it's almost like impossible, because calling him a failure is actually insult to failure. Someone who has failed so woefully, someone who has been abysmal in his performance, someone who hasn't done anything, someone who has thrown the country into chaos, someone that has thrown the country into anarchy that is currently, is there already anarchy in Nigeria? Abuja, literally terrorists are entering and abducting people within the city of Abuja, where the illegitimate president, the former governor of Lagos State, resides, and yet Onanuga is focused on another person who he said didn't win the election. If somebody didn't win the election, he's not that important. Why the heck are you then focused on him? Why? They would, he said, as bad losers, they don't have the patience to wait for another election in 2027. They would rather destabilize Nigeria by staging a civilian coup against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What was that pami that was happening when Tinubu was driving in Lagos? Was that also Peter Obi that said it? Hunger, they talk to people. Peter Obi doesn't even need to talk to anybody. It's hunger that is talking to people. If they understand the meaning of their hashtag, they will realize they are clarion calls for treason. Wanting to end an elected government is high treason. Wanting revolution is a call for coup d'etat, which is also high treason. Yes, even Tinubu entered through coup d'etat, the civilian coup d'etat, rigging election is also coup d'etat. And if citizens are tired of government, citizens are the government. Citizens are the ones with the power. They have a right to say, no, we don't want you, and we want you to leave. And that is a right that they do have. He said, I've been on the trail of one of the protest planners who is nameless but claims to have an internet radio station, PTM 100.88 Abuja. The anonymous person joined X in August 2022 and has 520 followers today, among who are FS Yusuf, another rabid Obi supporter, and Professor Pat Utomi, a Labour Party chief, and a guy on X who goes by pseudonym Peter Obi's first son. PTN's profile image has someone holding the inscription "Certificate Forger, Not My President" with a photo of Peter Obi as an insert. Only Obi supporters will be talking about certificate forgery long after the Supreme Court dismisses the allegation. So why are you pained? Why are you not focused on governance? I thought you said election is over. Why are you people not giving people good governance, accountability, and transparency? Why are you focused on Peter Obi? Why are you focused on Igbo people? Why don't you do your thing? You understand? Are we saying that Igbo people don't have a right to contest? They don't have a right to have someone who is competent, who has character capacity, being supported by all Nigerians, winning the election, even though he was rigged out. He went the legal way. He went his own way. You think if Peter Obi really wanted a protest to be done, he would have called for it immediately after the rigging that happened, but he said no. He went, he went through the law, and then you're here just crying and just in short, there's a there's a lot of there's a lot. In short, there's a lot here. Reading it is just even a waste of time. You just have when failure don't know what to do, they blame people. That's what they are just doing.
Ndị be anyị ekenekwanụ m unu dịka unu si wepụta oge unu ịgekwa ya bụ ife nnukwu ozi dị oke mkpa eji maka ya wee bịa n'iru akwụkwọ na Igbo Media bụ ebe anyị si wee na-wetara unu ya bụ nnukwu ozi dị oke mkpa gbasịta maka ihe na-eme n'obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya, ana gbasịta maka nnwere onwe ndị Igbo na-azọ, ana gbasịta maka Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ladies. Dịka ị nụrụ ihe nwanne anyị nwoke kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ, ka efi were ikwu n'udo nke gị asị gị kwuo, ka efi were ikwu maka na otu aka o ji dịbe njọ ọ ya adịkwanụ mma. Ọkwụ na aghọta ụmụnne m, achọrọ m ka unu tinyere anyị alụ nke unu ife unu chere n'iru akwụkwọ, ikwucha ya bụ ife kapa arụsie ya kwurute ụmụnne anyị ndị ọzọ ntị. Daalụ dị na ụmụnne m kpọma na-ege ntị. Anyị na-ekene ndị nnekunu si na-esoyere anyị. Anyị siri ngwa nke mesịa n'ụmụ Igbo.